What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today for the first time doing some Incursion raid guide videos. So in today's video, we're going to be focused on the bio nodes, utilizing the Rebirth team, as they are seemingly the go-to team right now. So what I'm doing right now, my alliance anyways, is Incursion raid 1.2. So that's difficulty 2. So if this works for you guys, ideally it should work for the lower levels as well. Having said that, this is my full roster right here for the Rebirth. So their total team power is collectively about 700k, and as you can see, the majority of them needing upgrades as well, with only Captain Carter being level 85. So we're going to go through real quick just their upgrades, respective ISO 8s, and then as well we'll dive into the node gameplay. So first and foremost, Winter Soldier, we got the passives and ultimate T4 upgrades just to give him that extra bit of juice. I like to be very strategic with the T4 upgrades just because it is a scarce resource, so that's why I haven't upgraded everything. So if this works for me, guys, ideally, hopefully it should work for you, and ideally save you some resources at the end of the day, as you may not need to upgrade every ability here. As well with Winter Soldier, his ISO 8 is a striker just to allow him to do additional damage and take advantage of the vulnerables. If Captain Carter here, honestly being the only Gear Tier level 16 character here, just because she is pretty much the backbone and core of the Rebirth team. I got upgrades on her special, ultimate, and passive, and again, just her healing, her sustainability. That's why I like having the ISO 8 healers, really utilized there. But having said that, you can always utilize her as a skirmisher raider as well if you guys want her to be, adding to the vulnerables, or even potentially a striker if you just want her to be utilizing her basic a bit more. Captain America, Gear Tier level 15, you can see upgrades on her special, ultimate, and passive similar to Captain Carter, as well as an ISO 8 healer for additional sustain. Having two healers on this team may not be the best idea. I'm thinking about switching at least one of them. That way we're taking advantage of the vulnerabilities. But in the meantime, this is kind of what I had slotted in. Still seems to be doing the job, but definitely something I will probably need to overlook. One of these two, Captain Carter or America, probably switching to vulnerable so we can add to that cohesion in the team. We got US Agent here, as you can see, special and passive being upgrades. He's really the main ability crowd controlling ally on the team, just utilizing his abilities to make sure that the crowd control is sustainable. And having said that, then the skirmisher ISO 8 does make the most sense on him. And then last but not least, Agent Venom being really the core damage of the team. He's going to be utilizing a lot of vulnerables if he's able to, being able to work kind of in tandem. As you can see, with him being a raider, he's going to get that extra juice and damage. With him specifically, basic and passive, but I will probably need to take a look at his special and ultimate and get those upgrades, just because we do need that extra damage as well. But this, so far, seems to be doing the job for me, guys. So I wanted to show you this before I make any changes to my roster. Having said that, now we can dive into the gameplay. Here you guys will get a chance to quickly see my team positioning, as well as the total team power being about 700k. So again, I was able to get the difficulty done with this team power. It's just I do admit they are a little bit lighter on the power, so I'm probably going to be making some upgrades on them just to make them a little stronger, either bumping them up to level 85, or as well as having some T4 upgrades on some of their abilities, just to give them a little extra bit of juice, especially knowing that we're going to be higher and higher on our difficulties for these raids. So having said that, guys, what we want to do first off, utilize a stun on Omega Red, just with him being one of the faster characters, and then do the same thing for Cersei. The reason we want to do that is because it prevents a cleanse from happening, and Omega Red from utilizing his ability control on us as well. That's why we really do need a powerful US agent, just because he does have the majority of the abilities in terms of being able to crowd control. And then from the left there, I would also recommend ability blocking Abomination, and that way he doesn't get his abilities off, such as a stun. So good spot to be, guys. There will be another wave that spawns after we take down the first enemy, but you can see, our Cersei is stunned, Omega Red's ability block, we got Abomination ability block, so looking really good. The problem target for this wave is going to be Shang-Chi, so we're going to start kind of doing some work on him, but I left the other enemies kind of where they're at right now, because they're not doing any damage in terms of them being ability blocked or stunned, but as well, we know that we got AoE damage that's going to take them down later on, so that's why I'm resuming damage on Shang-Chi. We got passive attacks happening, and we can rely on those to actually finish off the weaker enemies. Once Shang-Chi's down, guys, resuming some damage on Cersei, finishing her off. But you can see there was a meaningful stun as well on Bishop, which is another painful target if you're not being careful. We also see that there's a cloak and dagger combination that we do need to be mindful of, because if they do get their abilities off, it's not the end of the world, but it's just that we do have to cleanse those conditions, and it could be negatively impacting us as we utilize our abilities. Overall, node 1's not too bad in regards to what you see here, but just making sure that nearing the end of the node with the enemy cleanups, just try not to utilize Captain Carter's special if you don't have to, just because what I found anyways through these difficulties is that there's going to be some off chances here and there where some of our allies do fall, and having Captain Carter's revive is absolutely huge, especially for this team that's being a little bit more leveled than what it should be. At that point, guys, in a good spot. Cloak is almost taken down, so we go ahead, resume taking damage on Bishop. At this point, we should have about 2 or 3 enemies left, and you can see I kind of left Dagger. Abomination is still ability block. That's the beauty of the crowd controlling aspect. Finish off Dagger, and then we can finish off the rest of them. But it should be a pretty smooth run with ample time to spare. And again, the 700k team really getting the job done. So you don't need them too over-invested at this point, especially if you're just starting Incursion raids. But, you know, that's not to say that as you go higher and higher, this is going to be a team that's absolutely required. But yeah, so far, the bio nodes in the Incursions have not been too bad, which is great. Their value from the Doom raids is still, you know, obviously prominent, and we can take advantage of the value they have from there. But yeah, our Web Warrior symbiotes possible to utilize, like such as Gamma as well. It's hard to say, just because there's quite a few enemies that we have to utilize crowd controlling aspects, and that's the one thing that the Rebirth team does thrive on. So there you guys have it, the node 1 complete right there. Hopefully this is able to help you guys in your progression. Let me know any questions or concerns. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.